with the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Visitor's sideline, Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Dolphins. His guys responded well to their season-opening loss, winners a week ago. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. A little juke, and the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Throwing now is Allen. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's again complete to Palmer. Second and 5.
A gain of 4 brings up second down.
Now Allen. He's got the connection to Moore. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
It's third and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
It's a gain of 2. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. So their task a little bit more difficult now. Second and 13 that they're walking up on. Operating from the gun, Allen, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down and 13.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a first and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a man in danger.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now 2nd and 9. Achane here, they stay on the ground. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
26 yards. First down, Miami.
There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They complete it to Hill. Now a 3rd and 6.
Tyreek Hill. A 2-yard gain on the play.
Two are going to throw. They're going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run, Achane. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hill. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it.
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1 yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
At the 1 yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2 yard line.
No gain on the play.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
No gain on the play.
So they couldn't get anything there, Charles. Now 4th down from their own 2, and a bad situation, to be frank, for the special teams.
Yeah, if you are the punting team now, your number one thing is protect the punter because you got to think they may actually come after him trying to get a big play.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now Tua on the bootleg here. This goes out wide from Madison. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, this defense for the Bills, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen gonna throw. And Cook has it left side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
At the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's good for a Bills 1st down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have taken the lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Buying time was left. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. To a hit, and the ball is out. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
First down.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Achane on the counter. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 50.
From midfield, here's Tua. This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Daquan Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Josh Palmer brings up 3rd down.
Allen taking it himself. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To the air, Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they'll get to it after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. And off to Achane to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Now Sean McDermott will throw out the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
But that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on. Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Dolphins offense returning to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
At the 36-yard line.
Now Allen. Dancing to his left. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now a 2nd and 6. Palmer going in motion right. Allen now looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league They take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Pass for the Bills field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Up the middle, Achan. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 3rd and 6.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Tua. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
That's taken on the 25. A punt of 46, a return of 5. The Bills' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3.
Incomplete.
Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Motion man is Shakir. Here's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And again it's Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protecting himself as best he could while completing the play.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
To Nick Westbrook Akina. A gain of 15. First down, Dolphins.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
Play action, now it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Daquan Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he's going to go down again. T.J. Sanders providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
Now Allen. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. 3rd down and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
16 more yards. That's another Bills 1st down.
Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the 2nd half. A beautiful fake. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Miami set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Tua going to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Daquan Jones bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ballgame. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Joey Bosa so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tua sets up to pass it. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. On a delay of game there, they could not get the play off in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins defense, they get set to go here. They've had a couple passing touchdowns against them in this game, and that last drive they really got picked apart.
They've got to figure out how to tighten things up because no matter what they've done, whatever adjustments they've made, offense has been a step ahead of them, so they've got to figure it out. Usually, a sack of the quarterback can help change the momentum.
Maybe bring some pressure.
I think maybe a little bit of pressure would help them greatly.
He's got the connection to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
A 10th carry in the game for Cole. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Down at the 41. Brings up 2nd down.
Here's Cook again. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
Phillips on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And out come the Dolphins now. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, It's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Tua going to run the sneak. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's now
to the air, Allen. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
To throw, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. There'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. T.J. Sanders, his 2nd sack of the night. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear, and if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
motion. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Allen going to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That's good for the Buffalo Bills. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. This play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the gun, it's Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Motion man is Shakir. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. Miami's offense set and ready to go. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
At the 37-yard line.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Daquan Jones. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and they got to him again. T.J. Sanders in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Allen now looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bills. Dalton Kincaid with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now here come the Dolphins. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 36-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
13 yards.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he's able to break out a 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bills' 30-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. A loss of 6 yards. Tua sets up to pass it. Tua, and the ball is out. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 6. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for the Bills, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.